The legalization has changed the field.
Despite marijuana being legal in both Washington and Oregon, the black market pot business is currently booming. When Washington and Oregon voters legalized recreational marijuana, it opened a brand new era for drug enforcement here in the Northwest.
As Corey Marshall shows us, it's bringing on a few unintended and rather dicey side effects.
From the outside, it looks like a well-maintained single-family home. Inside, investigators say this Salmon Creek house was a distribution hub for illegal marijuana. Drug detectives say these alleged drug traffickers are renting homes in inconspicuous suburban neighborhoods. It's part of a shift, they say, in the black market marijuana business in both Oregon and Washington.
The black market for marijuana has never gone away. In fact, it's been bolstered by the legality because there's so much more product available.
That, experts say, combined with comparatively lax laws and a big profit potential, the reward more than ever outweighs the risk. Investigators say the black market marijuana trade hurts the state economies in two ways. First, you have the potential tax revenue lost when drugs are distributed out of state. There's also, though, the damage done to legal dispensaries.
Like buying counterfeit shoes or pirated DVDs or some products out of the back of a car that you aren't buying from a legitimate business. You're hurting the people who worked very hard to legalize this.
Granted, I'm walking the fine line.
Take this case in Vancouver, for example. This YouTube clip posted by our news partners at the Columbian shows a police interview with Adam Alexander. Alexander ran Grow Systems Northwest. The problem? Investigators say he didn't have a license to grow, manufacture, or distribute retail marijuana and wasn't in the process of applying.
The risk that we're seeing on this side is with the cash and the volumes of marijuana.
Financial investigator for the Clark Vancouver Regional Drug Task Force, John Luciano, was in the room for that interview. Investigators say the money earned in the illegal marijuana trade goes to purchase more serious drugs, illegal firearms, and can go towards sex trafficking.
Previously, there wasn't a lot of gun violence, a lot of threats of murder in the marijuana trade, with the exception of the marijuana that was coming up from Mexico. Now we're seeing that kind of threats here in our own state.
Which brings us back to that Salmon Creek neighborhood where officers seized hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash and illegal marijuana, in a case investigators say that started as a murder threat.
And here's another concern. Investigators say if armed robbers are willing to hold up a convenience store for $100 or so, they are willing to rob these illegal marijuana operations. Well, quite a bizarre scene in front of the White House this afternoon. Hundreds of pro-marijuana protesters brought a 50-foot inflatable joint to the White House today, all to protest current laws. They say the president should remove marijuana from the list of controlled substances. President Obama says pot advocates should lobby Congress to pass a bill. Spring break is usually reserved for being the best time of your life.